Hey guys, it's Heather. I wanted to go over what to expect from me from February. So in my last video, I talked about how I was considering of making February a no spend month, which I have decided to go ahead and do, and I have all of my numbers figured out. So for me, a no spend month for February kind of looks like this. I'm not funding my typical leisure envelopes that usually include eating out, clothing, home shopping, and personal care. I will be funding the pocket money, and then Wayne and I are kind of on the cusp of signing up for a mud run that's for Valentine's Day. So far, we don't have any of our friends that have signed up, which was kind of the original plan. But we're kind of still thinking maybe we're just going to do it together, the two of us. So the mud run is kind of accounted for, and if we don't end up spending the money, then we're just going to zero it out. And then I am allowing myself $120 of pocket money for the month, which is usually I'm at about $80 to $100. So it's only a little bit more, but I'm not funding all of my other categories. But I wanted to give myself a little bit of money because I do have some things that are already planned. So I know I'm going to be meeting a friend for lunch to kind of discuss some of my wedding planning because she's helping me with a lot of my food and my cake. So we're going to go on a little afternoon lunch date and go over all of that. There is Valentine's Day. We're not really big Valentine's Day spenders, so won't really be spending that much. And then at the end of the month, we're having our engagement pictures done. So I haven't really decided on what we're going to wear or what I'm going to wear. So I feel like just in case I want to go shopping and if there's something that I want to buy, like a shirt or something, I can go ahead and do that, and I have the freedom to do that by giving myself some pocket money for the month. But for everything else, like that's going to be it. I'm actually going to take cash out this month, and I'm not going to be using my debit card. I am going to have to cut down on my coffee consumption. I have a big problem with buying coffee. I use pretty much all of my pocket money for it. So it's going to be a habit that I have to break, and that's fine because I drink way too much coffee. So you'll also notice is there's going to be a change into how much money is going to each of my sinking funds. We've been pretty heavily funding the vacation fund because we have a trip coming up in April, and then also our new car fund. So I'm kind of bringing all of those down just a little bit so that I can save more for the wedding. So my goal for February is to save the remaining balance of what we need to pay for our wedding. So we've already spent about $1,200 on the wedding. Our budget is $4,000, so I'm trying to save the difference for the entire month of February. So to do that, I need to save $2,150. That's what I have budgeted on the sheet right now. So with my income and all of my expenses, that what I've put them at, that is doable as long as I'm making the income that I assume I'm going to be making because I'm self-employed. So by the end of February, I'll have the money that I will need for everything that's been allocated in the budget. And then come March, I can kind of get back into like funding the car, spending a little bit, funding the vacation a little bit more. And I feel like the past month or two I've been like I'm not zoning in on one goal. Like I've been saving money for the car, saving money for vacation, trying to put extra towards the mortgage. And like I was listening to the Dave Ramsey show the other day, and he was talking about, trying to do too much and not having a focus. So that's what my goal is for February, is to have a focus, save everything that I need money-wise for the wedding, and then kind of start over with March, whether that's throwing everything towards the new car fund or just going back to my regular sinking fund categories. So I'm going to switch over to the budget right now, and then I'll go over everything with you. Okay, you guys, here is the February budget. Don't mind that it says January up here. I'm going to change that real quick. So I'm just leaving my projected income at $5,500 because the last few months have been pretty consistent. So I'm comfortable with saying that that is my potential income. It may be just a tad bit more, but we're just going to say that. I do have to make my Young Living payment, and I have a friend who wants to order some products, so I'm going to be counting on $18 from her when she pays me back. So I have my regular monthly bills of CrossFit $150, standard mortgage payment $450, extra mortgage payment. I don't plan on doing anything extra towards the mortgage unless I make over $5,500. Netflix is $7.99, car insurance $59, cell phone $190, $145. These are all pretty consistent prices. And then my monthly business costs, my rent of $454, Schedulicity $19.95, business expenses of $40. So if I need to buy stamps or envelopes or paper, I will for sure need to buy some paper because I'm running out both at my office and at home. And then my typical credit card processing fees. So when people pay with a debit or credit card, I get charged a small portion of that. And then, so our regular monthly costs. So this month I'm going to be adamant of taking cash out. So I will be taking out cash for groceries and household, $300. And I'm going to be pretty strict on either making Wayne go to the grocery store with me and splitting the bill, or having him, if I'm going and buying everything, having him pay me back some of the money. Because a lot of the time what happens is I go to the grocery store, spend $100, which he would usually split with me if he's with me. But then I end up not asking for money to reimburse myself for the groceries. So I need to talk to him about that, and once my $300 is gone, it's done. And then the same with gas. Usually I'm under the $100 range. I'm usually around $80, but I'm just going to keep it at $100. My Young Living order will be made online, so that's not going to be a cash envelope. That will be an electronic transaction. And then I'll take $20 out for pets. Cassie, I know, is going to need some litter. So our leisure categories, you'll see eating out is 0. Muddy Valentine, that's the mud run that we're thinking of doing on February 13th. If we don't do that, then I'm just going to zero it out, and then we'll have extra money to throw into the sinking funds. My pocket money will be $120, which is I'm going to be taking cash out. 0 for clothing, 0 for shopping, 0 for personal care. So basically, anything that I want to buy for myself that's not groceries or gas or for the pets is going to be coming out of my pocket money. So you'll notice down here with the sinking funds is vacation. I was trying to do about $250 to $300. Wayne does owe me about $220 because I paid for our van rental, and then also some of our campgrounds. So he owes me money. So this total is actually going to be about almost $550, which will definitely be enough. Which will definitely be enough because we just have to basically pay for food, gas, and then we're staying in Vegas for one night in a hotel. So I'm probably not going to reserve that until maybe the end of or mid-March. So pretty much our spring-April vacation is funded, and this $200 is going to be going towards our honeymoon that we're going to be taking later this fall. I'd also changed this category. I had a car maintenance category and then my Honda Element category, which I decided that was just kind of ridiculous, so I just combined the two. So I'm only putting $200 away for that. I'm putting $50 away for clothing, $20 for holidays and birthdays, $20 for the pets. I'm going to skip down $100 for future business expenses. So I had two sinking fund categories, one for business expenses that was $50, and then another one was for that NTA program expenses, which was also $50. And I kind of just realized that my business expenses and my NTP program expenses were really all business expenses because I'm going to be adding that training to my services in the business I already run. So I just decided to merge the two categories and just throw them all in together. And then business taxes, $650. So a few of you have commented that I don't usually do a zero-based budget when I'm doing my preview, but this is as close to zero as I'm willing to go, $1,861. So if I make my $5,500 a month, I will be able to save $2,150 towards our wedding, which will actually fulfill all the categories that I still need to buy for. And that includes the $500 that's already saved for the photographer. So that will mean I'm pretty much done saving, and I will have all the money I need for what I've budgeted. And then starting in March, I'll probably reallocate everything to going to the future car, as well as bumping up the vacation fund. So I feel like when I mentioned before, I feel like I was trying to like mediocre fund multiple categories instead of getting gazelle intense and doing one. So that's what I'm doing for February, is getting gazelle intense and saving for the wedding fund so that I can be done saving by the end of February, and then we can move on to the next one, whether that's beefing up this new car fund, and then I can be done and then move on, and then pay the house down later. So I think I'm going to check in with you guys the mid-February and let you guys know what's going on with the budget and how things are going. So, because this is kind of a new process of how I'm doing it. So I'll be happy to let you guys know. And if you have any questions, leave a comment below. Go ahead and like this video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to see you watching the videos and getting notifications that they're coming up if you're liking them. So thanks so much for watching. Have a good day.